Hey everyone, it's Gear, and this is some random Q&A thing after like 2 months of not posting. I think it was that long. There's like some random video in between. But you know what better way to make my huge comeback than doing this? You get to know me better, and there's way more questions than I thought there would be. Absolutely insane. So first we've got a whole army of comments from Dynamon. With the first one, what was your favourite collab? Well, considering I've only done one collab, and that was with Dynamon and Yo Geordie Watch, gotta be that one, obviously. Next, Dynamon's asked, which school subjects do you like the most? Well, I finished school a year ago, but from what I remember, maths was pretty cool, even though I failed it, but still fun in that class. I'll give you a little fun fact. When I was in that class, my friend got hit on the back of the head with an ice bag. Next, Dynamon's asked me my top 10 or 5 favourite yokai. Uh, I don't know if I can think of like a top 10 or top 5 off the top of my head, but I like Tublapper, I like Whisper, I like Wobblewalk, I like Folkapper. There's 4. I'm not going to put them into any particular order, but those are just a couple that I like. Alright, this time a comment from Dynamon's alt. He's asked, how attractive is Geordie? I don't think I can really comment on that, considering he's like 12 and I'm 17, so I'm just going to leave that one blank for now. I don't want to get any allegations here, not like a certain other individual in this community. Next up, we got one from Jaffa. Why is your name Title Screen Man, and what is your favourite meal from IKEA? Well, my name is Title Screen Man because I went to the username option and changed the name to Title Screen Man, and I have never in my life been to IKEA. I just put it in my name, Gear from IKEA, because it rolls off the tongue. Say it right now. Gear from IKEA. There you go. In any accent, you just hear it. It's like a symphony. Alright, next we got a question from Ice Cream Puffed. He's asked, what do you think of the hit YouTuber Yo Geordie Watch? Well, there's not really a lot to say. I think he's a nice guy. I wish he'd stop impersonating me, but, he's not nearly as bad as what people make him out to be. Probably the most infamous guy in the world. You search most infamous men in history, and Geordie's name will be right at the top. That is not a lie. Now we got a question from N67. He's asked me, favourite country and best time to goon to Elite Ball knowledge. Well, favourite country, probably right here in the UK. Considering I've never left it, it's pretty cool. And then, best time to goon to Elite Ball knowledge. No clue what this means. I know gooning means to beat your shit. I don't know what Elite Ball knowledge is, but you're asking me what's the best time to goon. Got no clue. I'd say that's your own personal preference. Right, we're back to some normal questions now. Cobalt Orochi says, what are your thoughts on Switch 2 so far? Also, who's your main in Mario Kart World? Oh, my thoughts on Switch 2. I think it's a great console. When I compare my original Switch to my Switch 2, you can see the changes immediately. It is like night and day. It's amazing. I do think it's worth the price. I think the games are abysmal for such high prices. The console itself is fine. But, that's just my thoughts. Don't get mad at me because I gave you my opinion. Anyway, who's your main in Mario Kart World? I've been switching through a few characters, but right now I'd say either the Waluigi Vampire or the Pirate King Boo. Those are my go-tos. And then occasionally Fishbone, if I'm feeling like having a fish boner. Okay, next up, Boltcraft has asked, why am I in your basement? Pretty simple answer to that one. I don't know why you're in my basement. I'd prefer you weren't in my basement, and considering there's probably rats down there, I don't think you want to be in there either. There's a spare key down there if you want to get out. Pretty easy. It's under the doormat. Now, Mr. Man of 69420 has asked me what my favourite colour is, and I don't have a favourite colour. I don't see why I would. They're all the same to me. Why would I? I don't see why I would see a colour and say, oh yeah, that one's my favourite. It just doesn't. My brain doesn't work like that. I don't care about colours. When I'm choosing my Mii character and asks me my favourite colour, I just put anything because I don't care. So next up from Cheesy Fox, he's asked, will you ever play Forsaken? At first I didn't know what this was, so I asked him. He said it's a Roblox game. Considering I don't play Roblox, the answer to that is a very easy no. Right, now we've got loads of comments from Geordie, so let's get through these. First one, are you subscribed to hit YouTuber Dynamon? I don't know, and I don't want to check. Next one, do you goon to Mario? No. Next, do you goon to Rabbids? No. Do you goon to Cuphead? No. Next is one from Jalamity, the absolute goat. He's asked, oh well no, it's not even asking, he is demanding to know my location. And all I can say to that is, I've doxed myself enough. If you just do a little bit of research, you'll probably find my exact address. It's really not that hard. And then another one from Jalamity. Will you win a fight against a gorilla? Absolutely. And the final one I'm reading is from Intercactus, but he's on his alt account to try and hide his identity, and he's asked thoughts on Voivod. I think Voivod are a really good band, and should make an album called Green Day. Allow me to apologise, as there is still quite a lot more comments that have come through, so let's get through more of these right now. So from Games with Will, when did you start getting into the field of editing, as you started off to be known in the community as Plumage's editor? And I think you're quite confused with that, as that was not me, that was Nag. But if you'd like to consider me and Nag the same person, then, he told me to say something I forgot, hold on. Alright, here you go, the answer's on screen. Alright, next up, we got quite a few from Loud4D, let's get through these. So, favourite Power Ranger, probably my glorious Black King Chase from Dino Charge. Amazing. Will you revive Humid Father? No. Who made that absolutely wonderful banner you have there? It looks really cool and epic and well made. I wonder who could have made such a masterpiece that could have taken many hours to create and perfect the way it looks now. And Dynamon down there has hit the nail right on the head. He says, I think it was Loud4D. Spot on there, Dynamon. It was indeed Loud4D that made my amazing banner. Click on my account if you want to check that. I think it's really good. You know, big up to Loud4D. Now, my favourite Yokai Watch game, definitely the first one. Simplicity is everything when it comes to this series, honestly. Thoughts on Diddy Kong and Banjo-Kazooie. Both absolutely incredible, but Banjo solos easily. Can I have your Ben 10 action figures, please? Of course you can, Loud4D. Just come to my house and I'll give you them. Draw a new iconic character, like Green Apple King Nag, or the bread for the next video. You know what, Dynamon? I will. Here you go. Alright, we've got to the end. Hope you enjoyed watching the exact same LEGO Star Wars footage twice in a row. So, yeah, that's it. Bye.